Welcome to Legislative Report. Today we're at my annual Senior Expo. We have a great turnout here at Bushkill Volunteer Fire Company. I have over 70 vendors that come out to support this event. Great information for seniors. If you're unable or if you were unable to attend this event, please watch the rest of this report. We'll have a chance to interview some of the vendors so you can see who's here, what information we have, and then maybe you'll have a chance to come out next year to meet them in person. I am here with Maggie Schaefer, the Clinic Liaison RN in admissions for the Graysdale Nursing Home. Now, thank you for agreeing to the interview. So Graysdale is a county-run facility, and can you tell us some of the services that you offer?
We have short-term rehab, we have long-term care, respite care, dementia, floor.
I think one of the things, and I know a lot of people in Northampton County are aware of Graysdale or use the facility. I think one of the things that people aren't sure of is when do you start looking for long-term care? I know as a child who had an elderly parent, we didn't even think about it until we actually had to be there. So I think can you give us any advice on when to start thinking about long-term care?
That's really a tough decision, Marcia. I think people usually a lot of times wait till it's the last minute, and you really don't want to do that. So there's a lot of good services out there, a lot of companies that can help you out, and all you want to do is just give us a call at Graysdale, and we can guide you through the process, how it works.
Thank you. And there are people in the admissions office who will walk you through that, help you fill out the paperwork, and answer any questions that you have. Is it possible for someone to just come in and tour the facility, talk to you, even if it might be 5 or 10 years down the road, that you just see what you have at this time?
Oh, absolutely. Yep, we're a 24/7 facility. So admissions is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4, but we're also available on the weekends if anybody wants to come in.
Great. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you, and I appreciate you being here and bringing all the information to the seniors. I'm here with Irene today. She is one of the many volunteers who helps at my Senior Expo. I could never put on an event like this without the help of my staff and the volunteers, and I want to thank you for coming out today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to help.
And could you just tell me why you volunteer and why you're willing to come out and help at an event like this?
I love to help people, and especially seniors, seeing as I am one of them now. And I just like to give back and do what I can to help.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. And again, I couldn't do this without you. And Nancy's back here. They're working the sign-in table, making sure all the seniors get to register for the flu shots, and know where to go to see the other vendors that are here. So again, thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. I'm here with Julie from St. Luke's Health Network. They're providing the flu shots at the Senior Expo today. Julie, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. This is always a big draw at the Senior Expo. Can you tell me a little bit about the program?
St. Luke's has been providing flu clinics to the public for many years. The Senior Expos is one of our more popular vaccine sites, and each year we give about 150, some years up to 200 vaccines in a day in a morning.
And St. Luke's provides them. Now, I know they are Medicaid or Medicare reimbursable, correct? But you do provide flu shots. If someone doesn't have Medicare, they still can come out and get a flu shot.
Yes, we won't turn anybody away. We want to make sure everybody's vaccinated and protected for the flu season.
Great. Thank you so much. I know they wait in line for at least a half hour, come in just for their flu shot. So I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
I'm here with Paula and Yvonne, who are two of the constituents who came out to the expo today. Are you having fun?
Very much, yes.
Yes, and I got my shot.
Why did you come out today?
My flu shot.
Okay, great. That's one of the big draws here. Did you get to see any of the other vendors?
Yes, and we looked at some job opportunities and some things that we need for our long-term care insurance. So it was very interesting, yes.
I did too, some job interviews. I am a CNA.
Okay, great. Well, I think we have a lot of vendors, a lot of good information. I hope you're having a great day. We do have some refreshments in there, so make sure you stop by. So thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Again, as I'm thanking my volunteers, I have to make sure I don't forget my kitchen staff. They're here every year making the hot dogs, providing the food for the seniors that are here, and they do an excellent job. Again, I could not do this event without all the volunteers. Thank you, everyone.
My name is Audrey Prokopowicz. I'm the Director of Senior Circle and Volunteer Services at Easton Hospital. And Senior Circle is a social program for men and women who are 50 and up. And right now we have over 3,000 members in Senior Circle.
That's excellent. And tell us a little bit, it's a national group as well?
Yes, it's all across the United States. Not every state has a chapter of Senior Circle, but right now we have over 200 chapters of Senior Circle all across, there's some in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, all the way out to Florida. And they vary in size. Some Senior Circle chapters only have a couple hundred members, some have like 3,000, and it's a really great group. We have tons and tons of fun.
So tell us about the mission of the group.
The group is actually to empower seniors and to keep them active. We find that if people are busy and doing things, it keeps them healthier and it makes them live longer. So we try to give them a variety of activities that they can be a part of that will keep them socially active. And a lot of times people have been married for a long time, they lose their spouse, and they feel lost. So when they come to our group, we're all like one big happy family and everybody's welcome.
Just tell us a little bit about some of the things that you guys do, recent trips or events and activities.
Sure, we do between 3 and 5 activities a week. We have line dancing classes, we have exercise classes. We actually just came back from a 5-day trip to Ocean City, Maryland, and people think that seniors are older. Not our group. We actually went to Ocean City and we went to one of the local country and western bars and we had our members ride the mechanical bull. So don't let anybody tell you that seniors are old, because they absolutely are definitely not old. They're so much full of life and they have a great time. And we just came back from seeing Moses at Sight and Sound, which was awesome. And we're going to Hawaii next year in March. So if anybody wants to join us, we have a blast.
You brought up a good point. I think it's seniors today are changing what it means to be a senior. Can you just talk about that attitude of wanting to live life and not be stuck at home all the time?
Absolutely. Seniors are living longer, and I think that seniors are not like years gone by. Seniors now want to be active. They want to be full of life. They want to be part of the community, and they have so much to offer. And our seniors, they have energy. They make me tired some days. I have to go home and take a nap because we're out there country line dancing, and they're running circles around me. They definitely want to be a part of society, and people are retiring at a later age. So now they can come out and they can be a part of an organization that makes them feel that they're still productive and still part of society and still useful.
Can you tell us a little bit about how it's run as far as your staff? Do you have paid staff? Do you have volunteers?
I have volunteers. I'm the only paid staff in our chapter of Senior Circle, but I have fantastic volunteers. I also run the volunteer department at the hospital, and volunteers make up what our program is all about. And anybody can become a volunteer. You come out, you go through our training, and our volunteers are all here. We kind of like to do themes, as you can see, and our volunteers play a major role, and we're always looking for more volunteers. We just did our newsletter mailing, and we had 25 volunteers taping and folding and stuffing, so they're a key component of running Senior Circle.
Any particular skills you look for in volunteers?
Most important is being friendly and nice. We want people who are outgoing, bubbly, to make people feel welcome. We don't like the idea of having cliques where you don't feel welcome. I think the worst thing is going somewhere and someone says you can't sit here or you can't be a part of this. This is someone else's table. Our main element is to be happy and be energetic and make everybody feel like you're all part of one big happy family. And that's what we are. We call them, instead of being Senior Circle, I always want to call it Circle of Friends, because we're an extended family and an extended circle of friends for our group.
Do you have a regular meeting place?
We do. We meet at Easton Hospital. Now, our schedule varies because what happens is, if we said we're going to meet the second Tuesday of every month, say you belong to the group, you can never attend. So every month we put out a different calendar, and we have everything mostly happening at the hospital in our auditorium. But some things do happen off-site depending on what the activity is. But your calendar gives you all the info.
So if people want more information, where can they go for that?
They can call Senior Circle at 610-250-8484, or you can go under the website seniorcircle.com and pull up the Easton Hospital chapter, and you can find out all of our fun stuff.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I'm here with Mike from the Gift of Life program. Thank you for coming out to the expo today. I appreciate it. Mike is one of the many vendors that's here. And can you tell us a little bit about your program?
Sure. Gift of Life is an organization that likes to get out in programs like this, get the word out about organ donation. Gift of Life is responsible for coordinating and promoting all organ transplants in the eastern half of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and part of Delaware. I actually had a double lung transplant 11 years ago and a kidney transplant 9 years ago. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for somebody's generosity. So we're out trying to get the word out about organ transplantation and how important it is.
Great. Thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for everything you do. God bless. Thank you. I'm here with Congressman Charlie Dent, who represents the 15th Congressional District in Washington. Thank you for coming out today, Charlie. I appreciate it. Can you tell me any issues that might be of importance to the seniors that couldn't get out today and are home watching the legislative report?
Sure. First, congratulations to you on yet another successful Senior Expo up here in Bushkill Township. You do this every year, and it's always so well attended. In fact, we're in the overflow room right now. But there are a couple issues, one in particular that'll be of concern. The way we reimburse our seniors, the way we reimburse our physicians under Medicare is absolutely essential to access for care for many of our senior citizens. And so I'm hopeful that right after the election, Congress will permanently fix what's called the sustainable growth rate. This affects how the doctors will be reimbursed under Medicare. It's a complicated formula, but to make a long story short, now is the time to do this, simply because the Congressional Budget Office always costs this out. A few years ago, they said it was going to cost $330 billion over 10 years to fix it. The number is now $130 billion. Now, that's still a lot of money, but it's a much more manageable number than what we had been dealing with. So the time to strike is now, and I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to put together a bipartisan coalition to permanently fix the way we reimburse our doctors under Medicare.
Okay, great. Are there any other issues that you can think of? I think one of the things people are always concerned about, are they going to lose Medicare? Are they losing Social Security? Do you have any input on that?
No, look, Social Security has its challenges, to be sure. Is it in a crisis today? No. Left unattended, at some point, yes, it would become a crisis. But the good news is Social Security is a manageable situation. But it does have a problem long term, and it's going to have to be dealt with at some point. But we can protect everybody who currently is on Social Security, nearly on. They won't be affected in any way. Medicare, over the longer term, is a much more challenging problem for the country. I really believe that we can protect every senior citizen who is currently on Medicare or nearly on Medicare. But we also have to be honest about the fact that our children and our grandchildren are not going to have the same identical Medicare program that their grandparents have today. My mother's 85. I can assure you that her 14-year-old grandson is going to have a Medicare program that's going to look different than what grandma has today. That said, that 14-year-old can have something comparable to what grandma has, but it will be different. The truth is, the sooner we deal with the long-term problem in Medicare, the easier it is for us to protect those seniors who are currently on Medicare or nearly on Medicare. Waiting to solve that problem, though, only makes the problem worse. There will be fewer choices, and those choices will become more painful. But the good news is, you know, if we take appropriate steps, anybody on Medicare, nearly on Medicare, or Social Security will be fine.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming out today and talking to the seniors. I know they always like to talk to you, so thanks a lot.
Thank you, and congratulations on a great Senior Expo again.
Thanks again. At the Senior Expo, we always have a lot of great door prizes that are donated by the vendors that are here. I did an interview a little while ago with Irene, who is a volunteer for me. I also have staff that I could not do this event without them. Debbie works in the district office. Ruth works in the district office. And Gail is from my Harrisburg office. My district staff handles all the constituent calls, people that are here that have questions. If I'm not available, they can ask them and they get the answers. They're always accessible. They work very hard for me, and I wanted to thank them personally for all they do. I would never be able to do this event without them. So thank you for everything, and especially thank you to the vendors who make the door prize possible. The seniors love the door prizes.
My name is Frank DeRosa, and I'm a board member of Lehigh Valley Aging in Place, and we have a table here today to expose seniors to what we do.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about the mission of the group?
Sure. We have both nonprofit and profit businesses that are part of our coalition. There's about 90 businesses involved, and what we're trying to do is people want to stay in their homes as long as possible, want to stay as independent as long as possible. We're trying to accomplish that and help them do that through the businesses that are part of our group.
Why is it so important that seniors stay in their homes for as long as they're able?
Well, I think because they want to. I mean, my mom is 86. She really doesn't want to go anyplace. She's used to being in her home for 60-something years. My dad passed away. There's a lot of memories there. She'd like to stay there if she can. So that's kind of what we're trying to help them accomplish.
And I would imagine there's a financial benefit to doing that as well.
Well, I think there's a financial benefit for everybody involved, the government and the people. I mean, if they could stay in their home and be kept comfortably the way they would want to, and maybe they just need a little light housework help, or some basic assistance, or maybe they need a medical alarm or something to be able to do that, it's going to be a lot less expensive for everyone involved if they can accomplish that. And also, if they can stay without falling and having other health issues, the longer they can do that, the better it is for everyone.
So tell us a little bit about your business involves medical alert systems. Can you talk about what that involves and why that helps to accomplish the mission here?
Right. Well, the medical alert allows people to have peace of mind, both the individual that would be in the home, if they're a fall risk, if there are health hazards, health issues within their home that they have. They may have a heart condition. They may be afraid because their spouse died and they're there alone. All these things a medical alarm can help with. It's basically $1 a day, and it can give peace of mind to both the individual and the family. And health-wise, if somebody did fall, they wouldn't be on the ground for hours at a time. That could lead to other health risks that could be associated with it, with a broken hip or something like that. Being on the ground for any length of time could cause other issues, like with their kidneys or something else to be going wrong for them, whereas they don't need that. For $1 a day, they can get up, somebody would come and help them very quickly, and would give peace of mind to their family members and also. So it's kind of a win-win to keep them independent. I know seniors don't always think of it that way. They think they're, somebody's trying to watch them or whatever, but it really is meant for them to be as independent as long as they can. It isn't meant to restrict them in any way. We have waterproof buttons. They could take showers. They could get the system wet, and they still would be able to use it and have help.
Any other information you want to share about ideas that are unique that somebody may not have thought about to help keep seniors in their homes?
Well, again, with our group, Lehigh Valley Aging in Place, we have a resource guide every year that we come out with. This year we're going to produce about 10,000 of them. They're going to be out in a month. But our group also goes out and will do care panels, and they'll do speaking engagements, and not just health fairs. We'll go out and go to a 55 and older community and bring 6, 7, 8 people that are experts in a number of areas, go out and meet with 40, 50, 60 people that are in that community, and we'll answer any questions they have. So it's not just us telling them what we know, it's them asking, here's what I need to know, here's what would help me, how can you do that? And our group does go out and do those type of things. So
You mentioned that publication that you put out. If people want to get a copy of that, or if they have questions and want to contact you in another way, how would they get in touch with this?
We have an 800 number, and the resource guide, I could actually show it, but the 800 number is 877-334-8942. But if they look up Lehigh Valley Aging in Place, we do have a website. It will come up, and they will see the number and a way to contact us to get a guide.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I'm here with John Mailer, the director of the Northampton County Area Agency on Aging. John, thank you for coming out today and attending my event. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Your event is always so well done and so well attended. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Can you tell me a little bit about the programs that you offer or the services that you provide for seniors?
Certainly, Marcia. We try to be active in 3 areas. Our mission is to maintain and enhance independence and dignity for people over the age of 60. So we try to be information sharing agency, we try to be a social service agency, and we're a center service agency. In information sharing, we offer the Apprise program, which is the health insurance counseling program for people with Medicare, especially important this time of year because we're getting close to open enrollment for Medicare with all the changes people can make in their supplement plans, things like that, their Medicare Part D plans. We do an electronic newsletter that many people receive. We are the agency that distributes the farmers market vouchers during the summer. We just concluded that program this year.
Always a popular program.
Yes, it is. And then in the social service area, we provide in-home services, which are what I just talked about with the seniors inside. You gave me the opportunity to address a small group of them. So we can offer assistance with enrolling in the aging waiver, in the caregiver support program, through the generosity of the state legislature and the governor. We have been able to expand our in-home services provision, reduce our waiting lists, and we're very grateful for that. So we have more people who are able to receive personal care in the home, adult day services. We're actually looking at starting a home environmental modification program where we'd be able to do ramping and things like that for older people who might need it, stair glides and the like. So we're looking at doing that. In the center services area, of course, we sponsor the senior centers around the county where people can go to recreate, to socialize, to have a hot meal at noontime.
They're also popular in the area. I know we have several in my district, so that's a great program. I really want to thank you for coming out today. I think, is there a phone number, or if someone has an issue, how do they contact the Area Agency on Aging?
Okay, you would call the county's centralized intake, which is 610-559-3270.
And they'll be able to answer the questions they have and give them the
appropriate referrals.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And again, thanks for coming out today.
Thanks, Marcia.
Sure.
My name is Deborah Hutchison, and I'm the Program Director for Equilibrium Therapeutic Horsemanship. We're a nonprofit organization that provides therapeutic services for adults and children with special needs. We use the horse as a tool to help physical, mental, emotional, and social disabilities.
Can you give an example of an issue someone may have and why they might come to seek your services?
In this arena, we actually serve people who are 60 years or older, who have maybe arthritis, or they have joint issues, mobility issues, balance, posture issues. So using the horse's movement enables that person to strengthen their core, strengthen their muscle ability and their agility, and actually feel better. They feel better about themselves, their self-confidence. It's also a social activity. So when you're doing it in a group, it gives them something to look for. So it really helps with depression and somebody who maybe just feels a little more cut off from the world. It just gives them another opportunity to be out there and doing something that they enjoy outside and with animals.
I would imagine lots of the folks that come to see you maybe have never been on a horse before. And there might be a little bit of fear there. They might be a little unsure about whether they can do this or not. What would you say to reassure them?
Well, we actually utilize volunteers that help assist. So they're not alone on that horse. We're not just putting them on. We have somebody who leads the horse, and we'll have side helpers that will be there to aid. So ensures safety. They're not going to fall off. We're there to help them and to give them the ability and overcome any fear issues.
How did this program start? Is this something that they have in other areas, or is this unique to Northampton area?
This is actually a program that is all over the United States as well as internationally. We've been around for about 13 years. We started as a RISE program with Easter seals and had developed into Equilibrium. And we were in the Sailorsburg area and have now moved down into Nazareth, Bushkill Township area so that we can serve the Lehigh Valley.
You mentioned you rely on the help of volunteers. What types of skills are you looking for in a volunteer?
Just a heart to help others, really. We do provide all the training that is necessary for the volunteers. So if they're not comfortable around the horses, we take that time to get them comfortable around the horses. And also, there's that opportunity if they don't want to work with the horses, they can work with the participants. So there's that opportunity as well. And also, we have a lot of group opportunities where it help take care and maintain the farm as well.
Now, does the organization own the horses, or do different ones come in? How does that work?
Well, it just depends. Sometimes we have people that maybe have gone off to college or they can't afford to take care of their horse anymore. So they'll call us up and say, hey, we have a horse we think would be great for the program. So they'll either lease or maybe we'll purchase them. We have half of them are leased, half of them are purchased at this time.
And I would imagine the horses need to have a certain temperament as well. You don't just take any animal.
Yeah, that's correct. We actually do a lot of work and testing with the horses just to make sure that their temperament and that they have the mindset. It's a very stressful job for them. So we want to make sure that they're able to handle it.
And if anyone is interested either in volunteering or in using the services of the program, how would they get in touch with you?
They can call our offices. Our number is 610-365-2266, or they can check out our website at www.equilibrium.org.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm with Frank Jones, Director of Families First, a nonprofit organization within the Penargil School District. You have programs that help families, not just students or seniors, but you help the family in general. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the programs, the mission statement for Families First and your program?
All right. Families First is a program that helps families in need who have issues in terms of rent, electric, gas, I said rent, medical even, child care. So we provide a host of programs and services and resources to these families in need. We also have a program for our holiday season, which is called the Giving Tree. We provide families with gifts for their children, for the families themselves, and we have individuals who adopt a family for the holidays. We have churches involved in that, as well as individuals and other organizations that help families that need assistance in the holiday season. Some of the folks also include clothing, not just gifts. And food. So there are a host of things that people do to help those that are in need in the Fernaldo School District area.
As far as like for students within the school district, you do a mentoring program, you do an after-school program, and for the mentoring, you take some other members of the community and match them up with students?
Yes. We have a mentoring program at the Wingate Middle School where we have 15 students involved in that, and we try and match them up with seniors. And I say seniors, individuals who are above 50 years of age, that mentor these youngsters, as well as the family. We provide a family activity once a month where the entire family of the student that's involved in the mentoring program can attend these sessions along with the mentors. And our first trip for the family activity for this year will be going to Mazilla on Saturday evening. So there are a host of things that they get to do at no cost to them as well. All our programs are free.
And the mentors are volunteers.
Yes.
So can you use more volunteers? Usually most groups are looking for...
We can always use more volunteers, definitely. Volunteers are hard to come by these days. So.
I understand. So it's a good thing for seniors to know if they have some free time and they can help out. Do they need to have any certain areas of expertise, or do you look for math people or English majors, or just someone for good common sense mentoring?
Just good common sense mentoring, helping these youngsters maneuver through the awkward stages and help the families to relate to these students as well. So. Someone who's 50, the parents of the student may be 35 or 40, and they may be able to impart some wisdom to them as well.
Thank you for your time, Frank. I appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching Legislative Report. I hope you enjoyed the program, got to see the vendors that were here, and have a chance to come out next year to meet them in person. If you have any questions or comments, please contact my office. The numbers will be on the screen at the end of the show. Again, thank you for watching.